Hi, so today I will be talking about finding success in adversity, and I'll be using the case example of Thomas Edison as a way for us to make meaning. Remember, MAPLAMP, M-A-P-L-A-M-P is the structure for the videos, and M today is meaning making, and we're using the case story of Thomas Edison, who at the age of 67 years old, everything he has built, his laboratory, his empire, everything caught fire. The fire was so much, it was described as the flames were like in 6 to 7 story buildings in terms of going up so high, destroying everything. It was shortly after dinner, Thomas Edison was informed. He came to the site. There were a lot of onlookers, so many people around, and the staff, everybody was looking up to him. And what did Thomas Edison do? He looked for his son and said, "Go get your mother. Come and see this flame. Go get your friends, because you may never see a flame like this again the entirety of your lives." Instead of crying, instead of, feeling sad, instead of like rolling on the floor like some people would do, like everything I've built is lost. It turned it into humor. And when it turned it into humor, everything got burnt down, and in value about $1 million at that time, which is a lot of money right now. Thomas Edison said, "I am not too old to make a fresh start." Let that sink in. And I want to use this point to speak to everyone watching this video that you are never too old to make a fresh start, no matter what you're going through, no matter what has happened in your life, no matter what is happening there right now. And if you remember Thomas Edison, one of the quotes that is very famous to him is when he was trying to make the light bulb, and it was said that he failed like 10,000 times. One of the things Thomas Edison said was, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I've only found 10,000 ways that will not work." And because of this mind and because of this spirit, Thomas Edison was able to eventually discover the light bulb, which we all enjoy today, at that time, long time ago. Despite these huge losses from the fire, Thomas Edison was able to make as much as, that same year after the fire, everything was rebuilt, as much as $10 million at that time in value, that same year, which is worth about $200 million today, despite the losses. So this is the story to make meaning for us, that at times, no matter what we are going through, we should always find success in adversity. Of course, it will not be easy going through it, but it is doable, and with the right perspective, we can always find success no matter the adversity that we are going through. Just like Thomas Edison found success in his adversity, you can also find success in that thing that looks like adversity that you are going through. And the quotes that we're going to be using today to make meaning, like I said, meaning making can be through quotes, can be through the story of someone. The story today is Thomas Edison, and the quote today is the quote by Winston Churchill. He said, "When you are going through hell, keep going." You don't want to stop, because stopping would not solve the problem. In hell, it's difficult. Hell meaning here challenges of life that are very hard, that are very difficult. So when you're passing through difficult situations, difficult challenges, keep going, because the only way to get out of it is by keep moving. So movement is very important. Find success in adversity, keep going, and you definitely overcome that hell, and you definitely have stories changed, and things can surely get better for you no matter where you are right now in your story. And I always like to make meaning also from the Bible, Romans 8:28, and we know that in all things God works together for good for those who love God, for those who are called according to God's purpose. What this verse tells us is, no matter what you are going through, whether it's easy or hard or difficult or anything in between, everything is used by God to work together for your good. So understand that things can always work together for your good. Things can always turn around for your good, no matter what it is. Have the right perspective about that challenge. Have the right perspective about that thing you're going through, and everything will definitely work together for your good. So that is meaning making. The other one is action, and I always like to use my personal example for actions of how I took action in the past, something related to what we're talking about today. And without going into too much details, I'll just say there was one action that happened shortly before, or I'll call it a tragedy, or one setback or adversity that occurred shortly before I got married. There was an huge investments that I made, or investments and heads that were made and were lost. At that time, there was stock market crash in Nigeria where I was at that point. There was heavy investment there, and some other investment that just got lost at that time. And it was huge. It took at least a minimum of 3 years to get through that situation. But I kept taking action. It was a few months before my marriage, and marriage had to go on. Of course, I got married and we were blessed with a set of twins. So during that very serious financial challenge, I got married, had my set of twins. That 3 years was when I did was part of the time I used for my residency in community medicine in Nigeria. So many things kept going. So I kept acting like Winston Churchill said, when you are going through hell, just keep going. Definitely as a family, we were going through hell. But we kept moving. I got married. We kept moving. Had my kids, my set of twins. We kept moving. I completed. I didn't complete, but at least I was going through my residency. I passed all my, what we call board exams in community medicine in Nigeria. During this period, I did not fail anyone. So we kept moving. We kept moving until we got through that 3 years of extreme financial hardship as a result of the loss of the investments that happened. We kept it going. Although, honestly, going to Alliance now, I'll bring it up a little bit quickly here. I'll give, for human factors, I'll give 90% of this credit to my wife. Then, when it all happened, we were not married. But we went through these the hardships together for about 3 years, and she came up with very creative solutions to this. So I give it to her, but of course, non-human factor, which I'll give to God. I'll give God 100% credit for helping us through the challenge. But the point I'm making with this is the closest I think I have in my life to what Thomas Edison experienced, which was like burning down of everything he has struggled for. For me at that time, was like burning down of everything I've had, all my savings, and even the future, because the loan was involved for 3 years payments. But the point I'm making is all of this, through it all, we kept taking actions and kept moving forward, and we got through it. It's many years now. We've been married for 17 years now, and it's past, it's history. If we did not keep moving, only God knows what would have happened to us at that time. So keep moving. Like Winston Churchill said, when going through hell, keep moving. You get through it with the right perspective. So peace planning is always a great thing to sit down and plan. It's one of the things that has helped me so much in my life personally, and I believe can help you too. No matter what you're going through, you got to sit down, like, where am I? Where do I want to get to? And how can I connect present season to where I'm going? So you got to pick a paper, pick a pen, and have a plan. How do I survive this season? If you're going through a very difficult financial situation, how do I cope? Do I need to take an extra job? There were times I've taken extra jobs in my life, multiple times, to make extra money to be able to survive the assaults that I'm going through financially right now. So you've got to have a plan. You don't just fold your hand like, this is going on and there's nothing I'm going to do about it. So you've got to have a plan. If it's financial, if it's health, you've got to have a plan. How do I get through this? How much can I do based on the health I have right now? And how can that help me move from point A to point B? So you must also have a point A at every time of your life, moving up to point B. Like Winston Churchill said, keep moving. So while you are moving, you need to have a plan. What plans do I have, and how can I connect where I am right now to the next stage of my life? The next one is L, which is learning. Like I said, this is kind of like a book club for us, and as much as possible, I try to make recommendations of books that you can read, that you can learn from. And the recommendation from today, I think I've talked about this before, is The Obstacle is the Way. And I encourage you, if you've never read it or never knew about it, to get it and read it. There are a lot of stories in the book that will be helpful for you, to be able to learn something that will help you to move forward, no matter the obstacle that comes your way. Like I said, 52 books a year is my target. and was my target in year 2000, and I've tried to keep it up as much as I could between then. Of course, there were years when I couldn't do as much as that, but of course currently I'm back to it again. So I encourage you to read whatever number you decide, whatever number works for you. It's your choice. You could do one book a month if that's the best you can. You could do one 2 weeks, you could do one a week. And I always share Tony Robbins, story with us, how he read 700 books within a short period of time of his life. Any book he could lay his hands upon, and today he says that's found the foundation of most of things that he has been able to achieve in his life. Today he's a billionaire. So make sure you find something, you keep learning, something that will keep moving you forward. By reading other people's stories, especially people that have succeeded or that have done the things you want to do, it helps you to learn something that keeps you moving despite the adversity. It helps you to put things in perspective. If you read Thomas Edison, like we talked about today, who got everything he has labored for, lost over $1 million, and that same year was able to still make profits of about $10 million that same year. It helps you to know that it doesn't matter how big the loss that you've experienced or that you will be experiencing, you can always bounce back within a year or more or whatever time. Alliance, I already told us the example of Alliance, that for me, the challenge I went through financially about my marriage time, I give it all or most of it to my wife. She was there for me. She made things work out as much as she could, and we stood together as a family, and we were able to get through that season. Of course, I wish I could tell you that was the only challenges we ever faced in our life, but that's not. Life is a series of challenges. So long we are still alive, there will always be things that will happen. There has been multiple other challenges, financial and non-financial, that we've been through in our lives. But together we stand together as a family, and each time we see one, we walk through it together, and it's been wonderful. It could be your friend, it could be your parent, it could be whoever, it could be your business partner. I'm sure there are just people in your life that are strategically placed to walk through things with you, no matter what you are going through. So I will encourage you to make the best of those relationships in your life. Just as you sit down, you plan, how do I connect where I am now to where I want to be? You need to also find in your planning, who are the people that can help me through this season of my life, even to the next season of my life. Those are part of the things that you need to write down in your plan and make the best use of people that are in your life. Alliance. Okay, so M, map lamp, MAPLAMP. M is mission statement. And what this tells us is you've got to have a mission statement about things that you are going through in life, especially your core areas of life. I have 7 lifetime goals, and I have my mission statement that covers all of the 7 lifetime goals. So you need to have a mission statement, a broad one. For us as a group in Adapt and Advance family, our mission statement is to be the best version of ourselves daily. Which means it doesn't matter what you are going through, it doesn't matter where you are right now, there's a place for you here to be the best version that you can be, given the circumstances and given the situation. Everybody's situation is unique. Everybody's situation is different. But given my circumstances, given my situations, given my challenges, to be the best version of myself today, by moving from one level of success and value to a level of success and value daily. So which means every single day you should make consistent progress. The path of the just shines and brighter unto the glorious day, which means you should not have a better yesterday under any circumstances. So you've got to keep moving, you've got to keep putting in your best, you've got to keep doing the best that you can do at every season and at every stage of your life. So keep moving forward. You can refine your mission statement as needed per time. You wrote it, and you have to, as you learn more, as you grow more, you can refine it and keep moving forward. So I have a mission statement that keeps you going. I read my mission statement to myself every day to be the best version of myself, to fulfill God's purpose and be the best version of myself as I move from one level of good success and good value to a greater level of good success and good value daily, and to contribute to the life, positive life of those that are on my path daily. So my mission statement is to be a blessing daily to somebody, and also move from one level of success and value. And I encourage every one of us to do the same. So no matter where you are today, you can keep moving forward. Last piece, prayers. I would say, for me, my life has been shaped mainly through prayers, and honestly, it's one of the greatest rock that I have. because when everything fails, I believe that God never fails. And He says, with men it is impossible, with God all things are possible. And so that I come to God with that in prayers, no matter the challenges. But I do also know that I will pass through fire and I will pass through water. Even the Bible says so. That when you pass through the fire, it will not burn you. It didn't say if, it said when. So it's a matter of if you pass through fires. When you pass through the waters, it will not overflow you. It's not if, it is when. So it's a matter of when you pass through waters. You pass through situations that will look like I'm in so much water that it looks like I'm going to drown. You pass through situations that are so hard, you like I'm passing through fire right now, I will get burned. Just like Tom said, there's no building God called fire at that time. So you pass through fire, you pass through waters. But He said fire will not burn you, the waters will not overflow you. So you can always count and rely on those words and take it to God in prayers. Like, this is some fire right now, but You've promised me I will not be burned, and I know I will not be burned. This is some waters right now, but You have promised me that it will not overflow me, and it will not overflow me. So pray, let a higher force beyond you take over the battle of your life, no matter what you're going through right now. And I strongly believe that victory is definitely sure for you, and you will overcome no matter what it is that you're going through right now. We're doing all these videos just to encourage each other, to let each other know that no matter what you're passing through, there's always a way out for you. Don't feel like you are stuck. Don't feel like you are in this alone. Use the 7 principles, MAP, to always find a way out of every single challenges that you're going through. Okay, so concluding today, remember the title is Success in Finding Success in Adversity. So no matter the adversity that you're going through, you can always find success in it. It's counterintuitive, like, what does that mean? How do you find success in a difficult situation? But yes, that's what it means. You can always find success in adversity. I remember we used Thomas Edison as a case example, just my story. And no matter what we're going through, that we can always find success in it and be the best version of ourselves. Finally, remember to like this video, remember to share it on social media with friends that will benefit from it. Remember to make comments, share if there's any adversity you've been through and you feel like sharing, it's okay, share. Or whatever resonated well with you, share it in the comments. And I believe strongly that as we continue to do all of this together, every one of us that are associated with this family watching these videos will continue to go forward, go higher, go better, do better in life. And I strongly believe that things will continue to work well for you. Till we bring the next video, thank you so much for watching. Remember, this will be restreamed for 12 hours, just so that you can catch as much of the time zone anywhere in the world that everyone watching might be. But after the restreaming for about 12 hours, is also going to be posted on YouTube. So if you are not able to watch during the restream session, you can always come back and watch it on YouTube. So we'll post the 12 hours will be posted, and also the single version, which is going to be about 18 minutes, will be posted also on YouTube. So whichever one you feel like watching, feel free to watch it. Thank you so much for joining. If you are watching the restream, I encourage you, you can watch again and again, and also send a link to friends that you can join to and be a part of this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm deeply grateful that you are able to join us today, whether live or after. Thank you so much and have a wonderful time.